Hi guys, this is a video to explain how to create your MLA formatted Works Cited. I have already written out one of my citations just so I can walk you through step by step. First of all, we need Works Cited as the title of the page. Obviously, this will be the last page in your research paper report. So you can center it. Don't add anything. No bibliography, no underline, no italicize anything. You're going to select the whole document and change the font to Times New Roman. And then, of course, it needs to be 12-point font. Mine is already at 12-point font. Scroll down on your iPad and then click the 1 up to 2 for line spacing. And now we get into what we call a hanging indent. You'll see at the top, if you have your ruler showing, that there is a rectangle and a triangle up on the ruler by number 1. If you do not see a ruler, go ahead and click on the 3 dot on the right hand side and then click Document Setup. Actually, I guess that's not where you see the ruler. Hold on. Oh, there you go. The little viewer up on the left. So ruler off, ruler on, you want the ruler on. There should be one enter, or you should hit enter once under Works Cited, and right underneath should be your first citation. Now you want to put your cursor on the second line. We're going to drag, touching the triangle, drag everything to 1.5, and then you're going to take your finger and the top rectangle box, you're going to slide back to 1. So you should have the triangle on 1.5 and the rectangle on 1. Now, when you hit enter and you begin your next citation, notice that that line will be indented back out and the second line will have the hanging indent, just like this one did. Now, one of the things to make sure you do on your URL, I did a little further research. They want us deleting the HTTP and the www. So I included just after that. Make sure you do that on yours as well. We should have 3 or 4 research sources that we've used in our paragraphs, with our 4th or 5th source being the novel, Things Fall Apart. I wanted to briefly go over in the research guide, which is attached under the course resources. If you flip to page 42, there is a sample Works Cited page. Now, I like to remove my I like to remove the blue URL. This has since been updated by MLA format, and they have said to now delete this part. So on the research guide that was updated at the beginning of the year, MLA has since changed that. I like to remove my link. You can see on this sample that the links turned blue. That's fine if it does, but if you're like me and you want it to look uniform, you can hold down on the link and then you'll get an option edit link. Okay, so here's the link. You tap on it, you click link settings, and then click remove link if you want it to not have that blue line and be highlighted. In the research guide, it gives you an example of all of different citations. You'll notice that each citation has a hanging indent if it's longer than 1 line. Notice this one for the actual book is very simple, so there's no hanging indent. The other thing I wanted to point out, wrong tool, is that it is in alphabetical order. So, once you go through and look at your Works Cited, once you have everything typed and formatted to 12-point font, Times New Roman with hanging indent, you would go ahead and put it in alphabetical order. That takes us to the brief lesson on Works Cited. If you have more questions, obviously, feel free to ask me during our office hours, which are 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I was going to show you one last thing, and it had to do with books, because we will be formatting for Things Fall Apart or Separate Piece. Sorry, one second. Let me find the page. Okay, on page 13, you will use this guy right here. to format either separate piece or things fall apart. And that was the last thing I wanted to point out before I ended the video. You'll include last name, first name. You will include the title of the novel in italics, the publisher, comma, and then the copyright date. That does it for our MLA Works Cited video. Please let me know if you have any further questions, and happy writing.